Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Physical Media Tonight. And I need to ask, can you guys hear and see me okay? Because I feel like I'm coming through fuzzy. Not great. Let me know. Let me know, because on my phone right now, I'm very distorted. So I don't know what's going on. My intro is all laggy. So let me know in the chat real quick. I got to kick my kids off of Fortnite. I got a new shirt. You guys see this? Isn't this pretty freaking cool? I got this at Walmart. $9, baby. You got Michael from Halloween 2, Bleeding Eyes. It's pretty badass, I think. Pretty badass. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. We hear you fine, maybe slightly fuzzy. Okay. I think my daughter's going to bed, so hopefully, because the kids are on fall break, so they're tearing up the internet right now. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm plugged into the modem. I don't know, guys. I do everything I can. I do everything I can for this, for the internet. You know, I'm always like hardwired in with an Ethernet cable. I never just rely on my own, Wi-Fi. It doesn't matter. Like I've literally got the fastest that there is manual. I can't get any faster than what I got from my internet company. Just my internet company sucks. Like last week, it just kept going out. Like it went out like every hour. It would go out. But hopefully things clear up after a while. And if they don't, then I'll just get off here and go to bed because I don't want you to see me I don't want you to see me like this. Oh, I can't do it. But we got things to talk about, guys. There were some really cool announcements this week, or rumors that I want to get into, and I also want to talk about some other of my dream releases. And I want to go ahead and ask you all this question right off the top. You guys can ask me anything. This is a Q&A as well. I want to ask you all this question. What is one of your dream Blu-ray or 4K releases, or maybe a DVD release? What is your dream release? What movie, what company, what boutique label, what type of edition? Like, let me know what's your dream release, like one that you would just freak out if it got announced, if it hasn't got announced yet. Let me know that in the comment section. I want to know. Kevin has asked 85 questions, and then somebody said something about that. Oh, Sabrina. Wow, Ken needs to rename this channel to the Kevin Kruger only channel because only his questions get attention and answered. I mean, Kevin gets in here early. He gets in here early. Yes, a shit ton of questions, and I answer most of them. I don't answer all of them. But Sabrina asked a question I want to get to first. So let me do that. Let me get you out of the way first, Sabrina. Ken, do you see the Lethal Weapon 1 through 4 movies getting releases soon? I do, actually. I could see Warner Brothers doing those next year. Now, it wouldn't align with an anniversary. Like, the first Lethal Weapon came out in 1987. But they got to be close to doing those. Like, they recently put up their poll, the A-list poll, and that was on there. So, like, you would assume that those were voted on pretty heavily to come to 4K. So I think they'll do a 1 through 4 4K pack just like they did Rocky for Lethal Weapon. It's not going to be anything fancy. It's going to be a little cheap cardboard case with a 1 4K case inside holding 4 discs. Like that's what it's going to be. But it's better than nothing. And I'm sure it'll be I'm sure there'll be fine transfers as well. Oh, thank you so much, Manuel. I appreciate that. I'm going to use that to up my bit rate now. No, man, I'm just kidding. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, let's answer Kevin's 85 questions. Let me try to do this in 2 minutes. How many titles have you picked up from the Shocktober sale so far? I've got 5 titles so far. 42, really, Kevin. Top 5 zombie movies: Zombie, Dawn of the Dead remake, Zack Snyder, Night of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead, and The Sadness, if you count that as a zombie movie. Do you think Arrow will announce Freddy vs. Jason 4K? Seems like it. What's the next Wes Craven movie you want on 4K? Deadly Friends. I want to see that basketball kill in 4K. How often do you go to horror conventions? Never. I'm going to my first one in a week and a half. Who's having a better year? Arrow or Second Sight? That's a tough one. I mean, Second Sight's got the quality, I'd say. Arrow's got more on them in terms of quantity. I'd have to really think about that and break it down. I don't know if I can answer that off the top of my head. My gut says Second Sight just because they've announced some bangers this year, but Arrow's had a good year too. What's your favorite horror movie poster of all time? The Exorcist. How many Blu-rays do you own? Judging off the shelves, I'd say 1,200 Blu-rays, probably more than that. I don't know, 13, 1,400 maybe. Ken loves. Okay, I answered them all. Did I do that in 2 minutes? Ken loves trash, so like Jason Goes to Hell. It's not trash, James. Okay, movies are subjective, and if I like Jason Goes to Hell, I like Jason Goes to Hell. Okay, and you know what? A lot of people like Jason Goes to Hell. But yes, I'll just go ahead and say it off the top, guys. The announcement for Jason Goes to Hell. We'll get into it. I flipped my shit over that. Like, I'm a diehard Jason Goes to Hell. That's been my number 2 Friday the 13th film for the longest time. I did a ranking shorts on the channel like 3 years ago, and I still get comments on it because Jason Takes Manhattan's in my top 3 also. Really? This is your ranking? What a shitty ranking. What a terrible Friday the 13th ranking. I have the most controversial Friday the 13th opinions that there is, except for part 2 being my number 1. I think part 2 is a lot of people's number 1. But I've loved Jason Goes to Hell since I was a little kid. It was always my favorite to watch. And if we get some kind of like release Romero video for Jason Goes to Hell with a nice slipcover with the Jason Goes to Hell artwork on it, like I'm just gonna flip out. I'm gonna flip out. We'll get into it a little bit more here in a second. Dongs and Honkers is joining us tonight. Hey Ken, can we expect a room tour soon, my friend? I'm hoping to get that done this weekend. I mean, it's all pretty much ready and organized. I got to film it. I wanted to try to get my new lights up before I did it, but I don't know if I might just shoot it before I get that done. I'm gonna have my lights on anyway. Griff Redux, $5 super chat. 2 dream releases left on my list: Disorderlies with the Fat Boys and Midnight Madness with MJ Fox. Nice big VSU packaging on 4K would be perfect. Midnight Madness with Michael J. Fox. What is that? Why have I not heard of that? I thought I at least heard of all of Michael J. Fox's films. That's a 1980 movie. Wow, he is in that. That's a Disney movie. That was before Class of '84. I thought that was like one of his first films. Oh man, that's a deep cut right there. David Naughton's in it. Wow, that would be cool. It's Disney, so good luck, I guess. But who knows? Fat Boys. I don't know the Disorderlies with the Fat Boys either, but that would be cool. I'm all for like more kids movies in the VSU, like Sidekicks and Cloak and Dagger are like 2 of their best VSUs. And I want Surf Ninjas, like VSU. So I want I know they just did like a 4-pack of them, but I think they could do a nice 4-pack, not necessarily a VSU, but like Vinegar Syndrome edition of the God, what 3 Ninjas movies. That would be cool. All right. Or can Warner Brothers like license? Why can't they license stuff to like Arrow or Vinegar Syndrome to do like a Turtles box set? Just 1 and 2. I don't need a third one. Do like a Ninja Turtles 4K box set. But thank you so much, Griff. I appreciate it. What's up, Adrian James? What's up, Don? I skipped over some stuff. Hey, Ken, did you already buy your share of the Kino Lorber fall sale? If not, Scavenger Hunt is on sale for. Oh, what is that? Yeah, I don't think I'm dipping back into the Kino. I spent a lot on Kino. I spent almost, I think almost $200 on the sale when it first started. I haven't showed up that haul yet, but I've already shot it, so that should be coming out soon. Am I improving in quality at all? Yeah, I don't know what's going on tonight. My internet just sucks. That's all there is to it. It just sucks. Or maybe it's See, when I click on it, it says connection is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging your router or moving closer to it. Yeah, it's plugged in. So thanks for the tip, but it's already done. What would you upgrade first, TV or audio? I've already upgraded my TV, so I have to upgrade my audio. That's my next one. But honestly, like the bigger priority for me is getting better like seating in my in my video area or my TV area, because right now I just got a couch and I want some recliners or something, some nice seats. Uh, yeah, they got some good prices in there. Yeah, Shocktober started. I need to dive into that tonight. Um, they've got good prices on some stuff, but a lot of their 4Ks, I think you can get some box sets still in there for like $25, which doesn't seem great, but they're usually like 35 or 40, so it's not a bad sale. Some of their prices I think are pretty decent. Um, I feel like better than last time, but yeah, it's never like super great. Neither is Scream Factor, to be honest. Like Kino's usually got good sales. Vinegar Syndrome will usually throw you a bone with some of their like $10, $13 Blu-rays and stuff. So I think those can tend to be decent sales. Um, but yeah, the Scream Factory and Arrow doesn't usually drop their stuff too much, but it's better than if you would just buy it outright. Uh, what's up, Don? What's up, Adrian? What's up, Born Pasta? Uh, is the 4K worth picking up? Oh, the 4K Rear Window is fantastic. All those Hitchcock 4Ks are great. Yeah, that's a good one. Rope is one of his better 4Ks. I think that movie looked insanely good. And The Man Who Knew Too Much. Deadpool and Wolverine Steelbooks are very tempting, but yeah, they dropped the price, guys, to $54. Jeez, I'm glad I don't care about that. I'm really glad I don't care about Steelbooks all that much. I'll get them if I like them and they're affordable. Like I think I showed this off last week. I've had it for a while. I haven't watched it yet. But I got Stardust. I think what was this? Like $25? It's a nice Steelbook. So yeah, I went and got that. And Paramount usually does a good job of pricing their Steelbooks affordably. And Body Double I think that was $30. So it's like I'll pay for Steelbooks if they're in a decent range, but I am not paying $55 for a effing Steelbook. Like that, like I want a big box set with booklets and stuff in it, like from Arrow Video or Second Sight. I'm not paying for a Steelbook $55. Come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 100%. That's a great release. That 4K is beautiful. That's a really good movie. And special features are good. I think there's a couple special features. It's not an insane amount of special features, but that's a really good release. Nice little booklet inside, like a digipack. Those cinematic graphics are nice. So I 100%. I think Little Darlings is the second best movie in that line so far that I've seen. Because Red Rock West is probably the best, but that's not a 4K. Little Darlings is a 4K. Any chance of that video about Godzilla -1 and what edition has the -1 color? Oh, you asked me about that last week. Yeah, I don't know. I need to write that down. Do like a buyer's guide to Godzilla -1, even though one release has already come out. I do know somebody told me that the upcoming like Steelbook and stuff, the slipcover versions, they don't have the black and white. They do have the English dub though. Michael, Freddie, or Jason Ken, who's your favorite? I'm Jason Guy personally. I'm not gonna lie. I've been Michael since I was a teenager, so I'll still say Michael, even though the recent movies are kind of disappointing. Ken, have you heard anything on RoboCop 3? Why it's been delayed release? I don't know. Like I had a bunch of people comment when I made a video about that, and they were like, "RoboCop 3's coming, Ken. You're an idiot." Where is it? What are y'all talking about? Where y'all getting this stuff from? So I just thought it was stupid. Like, okay, well, if you're gonna do RoboCop 3, why wouldn't you put it out with RoboCop 2 and the remake and like package it up and pin packages and everything? Why wouldn't you do that? Like, that's stupid if you're gonna do it anyway. Um, I don't know. Maybe next summer, I guess. Who knows? What's up, Holland? Friday the 13th is on AMC right now with part 2 to follow. Nice. That sounds like a great night of Great night of watching. We got a movie sign. Greetings and salutations. What's up, Michelle? What was for dinner tonight, Ken? Pizza here. I had some. Actually, had nothing. I don't think I came home and got right to work because I had to film my Nightmare on Elm Street 4K review and edit it. So that'll be up tomorrow. I just snack. If I don't eat dinner, like I'm just snacking. This is my like night to come home and like work on YouTube stuff. So unless my wife makes something, which she made a pizza, I think for the kids, but they ate it all up, and I didn't get any. Which is fine. I just had like some chips and stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't have dinner, but that's usually how it goes sometimes. Those that ask one or two questions get skipped because of Kevin's 1,000 questions. I don't feel like I skip. I might skip people later on in the show, like just to get ahead. But I try to get a lot of people that get in here early. That's the benefit of getting in here early. Sometimes, guys, I try to get all the questions in the beginning. Man, I'm subscribed to your channel. Like I see your thumbnails. I'm terrible. I try to watch people's content sometimes, but I've just fallen so behind on watching stuff. But I need to check out some of your stuff for sure. McJugger Nuggets. What? I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'll have to check that video out. Pretty good so far. I feel like I'm watching a good amount of horror movies. I've got like an hour left on Salem's Lots, the one from '79. I think I started it Sunday night. I'm trying to get through it like in parts. Because I watched the new one over the weekend and I'd never seen the original, so I wanted to go watch the original, and it's really good. I like the original a lot so far, but I can tell like shit's getting ready to happen, and so I need to finish it. What's up, Aaron? Patrick, hello, Ken. 4K news of the day. Which do I need? 4K physical media is still alive and going strong. It is. It is. Yeah, we'll get it eventually. I don't know. I'm not too into like visiting filming locations and stuff. I don't know. It sounds cool, but what's up, Patrick? No, Saul. No Saul. I've heard it's coming. I mean, Sony, I think, has it, so it'll either be them that puts it out or they'll give it to like Arrow Video or Screen Factory or something. Everybody says I'm VHS rental quality. Well, I still got 210 people in here watching me, so you guys don't care too much. Everybody knows that I'm not a channel of quality, right? So that I get a pass on that. But I do everything I can, guys. I really do. Like I'm not running off of Wi-Fi. I've got my freaking Ethernet cable plugged in. Pisses me off. Freaking pisses me off. Internet situation around here is so shitty. It's like you got one option. You can't go anywhere else. You know, internet companies are like the freaking mafia. They just control everything. I have a very serious question, Ken. Krabby Patty meal from Wendy's or the Purple Whopper from BK? There's a Krabby Patty. I would go for the Whopper. I like Whoppers. I don't know about the purple one though. What's up, Tom? Bit blurry. Sounds good, but looks blurry. I mean, as long as I sound okay, I guess. Coming in 2040p. Soon as I went live, like StreamYard has a little thing where it tells you what you're going live at. It said 1080p. So there we go. Yeah, to do I think I just need I gotta upgrade like my computer to stream in 4K. I don't think my current laptop can handle that level of quality. I do have a 4K camera, and I would also have to upgrade to the $100 a month StreamYard because they jacked up their prices. Like now I have to pay $50 a month for StreamYard just to get some of their features and to not have the logo up top. But it's $100 now if you want to stream in 4K, which is fine. Like I would do it, but I don't think I have the equipment to stream in 4K. But I can at least stream in 1080p. I should be in 1080p. I was trying not. I was trying to go on a buying freeze after never ending story. However, I pre-ordered the reflecting skin from Vinegar Syndrome and spent. Yeah, I went on a buying freeze for most of September, and then as soon as the Kino sale started, it was all downhill from there. Shocktober sale, I pre-ordered crap from Vinegar Syndrome. Second Sight announced Creep. Um, Screen Factory announced Silent Night, Deadly Night. Is like everybody kept announcing stuff within a week, and I was broke again. But the buying freeze helped me, I guess, a little bit. The feed looks like a real video from 1997. Yeah, that's exactly what I have. Exactly what I have. I can't afford. I don't think I could afford that. You all overestimate what YouTube money is. VHS quality. Any word on? Oh, my fellow Americans coming to Blu-ray. No, I haven't heard anything about that. Yep. Okay, I think I'm getting to the dream releases now. Friday the 13th boutique 4K, but that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. Tumbad on any physical media. What is that? Wi-Fi is not the internet. I get that. I'm just saying I'm not on. Like I'm not wireless. Is what I'm saying. I'm not wireless. I'm hardwired in. Mars Attacks Arrow 4K. Hey Ken, what's up? What's up, Antonis? Just give me heavyweights on fire. That's a good one. That's a good one. Right now, my dream release is Naked Killer, Hong Kong Cat 3 from Vinegar Syndrome. That's a hell of a dream release. Ed Wood 4K with Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and all kinds of new special features. Nice. That's a good one. Oh, damn, man. Stay safe down there. I don't know what's going on in Florida. My goodness. I guess everybody stay safe. Jeez. The hurricane, the storm of the century is going on. Tales from the Crypt Complete Series 4K box set if possible, but at least Blu-ray. Yeah, I don't think it's on Blu-ray, so you probably get it on Blu-ray eventually. I don't know about 4K though. It's tough to get it's tough to get the 4Ks for the TV shows. Yeah, I'm good up here for now until we start getting a bunch of rain probably from the storm, but I probably won't get like the big impact of it. I'm in Kentucky, so it usually dies down by the time it gets up here. Scavenger Hunt in 4K or Kino version. Can you believe Friday the 13th, 2009 is 4K is already out of print? That was fast. I heard about that. Is that, let me look at that. That's crazy. Was it that limited? And if it's that limited, why don't they tell people that? I mean, I know it says limited edition. I mean, it says you can still get it for $50. Also, that thing was $25 for like a month on Amazon. So it makes sense that it would sell out. But it still says it's on Amazon. Let me look. Maybe not. Maybe not. No, it's on here. It's on there 49. It's $50, but it's on there. You're gonna pay for it, but it's on there. See, I don't think it's out of print yet, but it's at its full price. So, but I mean, if you wanted it, you should have got it when it was $25. My goodness. Oh, that would be cool. I'd take a John Woo box set. Notting Hill on 4K. Cool, cool. Oh, damn. Network on 4K. Dream release. A big chunky Arrow box set with lots of. Warner would never let it happen, though. You don't think? If Warner Brothers has got it, like I could see them doing a UK big box set release of that. I could see that happening, like they're doing North by Northwest. I think that movie's big enough for them to do that. Mothman Prophecies. Didn't Imprint do that? I gotta be honest. I I saw that when did that come out, like 2003? I rented it and I fell asleep like 8 times watching it. I'd be curious to watch it now and see what I think. I was like 17. No, I went to Walmart yesterday and I did pick up I got Maxine. I got the Walmart edition. They have one copy left. I like this cover. I know it's Blu-ray. Um, but I like this cover. So I went ahead and got it. And the 4K I'm not going to worry about because I think that A24 might do a box set of the X movies, X Pearl and this one. And I don't have the other two in 4K. So if they do a box set, I'll just get them all in 4K then. And now I got the Walmart cover for Maxine, which I like better. So, and it's a modern movie. It's going to look fine on Blu-ray. It'll look fine on Blu-ray. But no, to answer your question, they only had a Blu-ray of A Quiet Place Day One, and that is something I would want in 4K. So I need to maybe get the 4K of Amazon. Ooh, that'd be cool. Panic Room. That was supposed to come out like what, 3 years ago? They took it off the slate. Would love Vinegar Syndrome. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Chunky Box. Oh, damn. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Vinegar. That. Sorry, I just kind of glossed over that. That would be a good one. A VSU of Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Like that would be huge if they could pull that off. I don't know what's holding that movie up. Is it like a rights thing? I know it was a HBO produced movie, but doesn't Warner Brothers own that? And they've licensed stuff to Vinegar Syndrome before. So I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility. I don't know. I don't know what's holding that movie up, but that would be amazing. Or Arrow Video, like I'd take either one. But yeah, I love that movie. Y'all got some good picks. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes on 4K. They might do that one. MVD Rewind. Put out Night of the Creeps on 4K. Yeah, that might be a February release. Maybe January. Blood In, Blood Out. Yeah, that's on Hulu. That's on Hulu, or it was in HD. Yeah, I think they'll do it. I think A24 will probably do an exclusive. I think you could count it as a zombie movie. That would be a good one. So Artifact, doesn't Disney own that one too? I got Kickboxer on 4K. Order and Friday the 13th Part 2 on 4K from UK. Nightmare on Elm Street 4K. Nice. Disturbia on 4K. That'd be a good one. Oh, damn. Prisoners, yes. Second Sight 4K for sure. 100%. Doesn't Manchester have a 4K? Did Lionsgate do that on 4K? I mean, I don't have it, but I thought they did it. Tony Montana versus Art the Clown. I mean, Tony Montana did die already. Art the Clown is still going strong. But I feel like, Tony was loaded up on coke and had his gun, and I think he could take Art out. But Art's kind of supernatural, right? That was kind of established in Terrifier 2. So I don't know. That'd be tough. I'll say Tony Montana. He's cooler than Art the Clown. There, I said it. Yeah, that'd be a good one. I like that. I like that movie. What's up, Z Pam? UK The Ring, Grandma's Boy, 4K. Hell yeah, I would. I'd be down. Yeah. It is dumb fun. Well, we're talking about the one where he's in space too tonight. Oh, damn. Hey, that's a lot of people though, man. For me, it's just, I'll admit a lot of it is nostalgia, but I've watched it recently. I still love it. So, um, it's not my favorites. It's not my favorites. My favorite's part two. It's my second favorite. Um, but we all have our oddball opinions, right? I think that movie's cool and it does something different and it's a breath of fresh air. It's like the first 8, I love them, but it's really kind of the same formula, the same feel. And that one changed things up and just was so different. And I like the theory, and I feel like it's a newer theory. I think the director Adam Marcus kind of put it out there where he talks about Jason and how he's always been a body jumper. Like he's been doing this the whole time. That's why you kill him and then he comes back because his essence just keeps traveling from body to body and decaying the bodies that he jumps into. And I think that's really cool. That explains like that's provides a perfect explanation for how that body can get messed up so horribly bad in every movie and still come back because the essence is coming out and transporting into another body. I think that works. I love Jason Takes Manhattan. That's another big one for me too. I trade stuff for sure, but mostly it's like duplicates and things like that. It's very rare. I give up something even if I didn't like it because my thought process is hopefully I've got a decent amount of time left on this earth. In 10 years I might want to return to something and um give it another shot. Maybe I like it. Like we change over time, like so does our movie taste. So I'd hate to give away like one of my future favorite movies just because I'm not at the place right now where I can enjoy it. I don't know. That's just my thought process. Some people are different. They're like, I don't like it and I'll never like it. That's okay. Everybody's different. Um, no, I have no idea. The freaking Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead though would be a freaking banger. Yeah, what is Fall? I've never heard of that one. Yeah, it's kind of a guilty pleasure, I guess. But for me, like when I was a kid, I was all about like body count and stuff. And that movie, he has like the most kills, and they're brutal kills, like they're good kills. Like, and there's some parts of that movie that are like genuinely creepy. Um, I love it when they're in the restaurant and the one guy like freaking grabs the girl's head and like pops it like a zit, like, and then the look on his face as the blood squirting all over him, like that movie's just cool. Like it's just a lot of fun and it's got great kills. It's like I don't understand why people think it's so bad. Like it's not a bad movie. I think it's just Jason's not at the forefront of the film. He's not the one doing the killing, but it is Jason, you know. But it's not Jason in a hockey mask. It's Jason in another body. I don't know. I've just always liked it and looked past it. And for me, it was all about the anticipation for when Jason would come back at the end. And that part was always freaking awesome to me. Like when he jumps up through the floor and it's like, oh crap, Jason's back. It was awesome, because he's in the beginning and you're waiting for him. Like they do a good job building that anticipation. Then you finally get him and it's spectacular. So that's my thoughts on Jason Goes to Hell. Well, it's been a movie purchase you regret buying this year, Ken. My goodness. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Kathy's Curse. Kathy's Curse. I got it. I haven't watched the movie yet. I got it for the case with the glowy eyes, and it didn't work. So I already don't even feel like watching the movie because the eyes glowing doesn't work. Maybe it's a great movie, but I spent good money on that. And yeah, I got a $10 credit that I used towards Opera. But it's like I bought it because of that gimmick packaging, and it didn't work. It's like, don't give me $10, like fix it or refund me all my money, and I'll send it back or whatever. I don't know. The Fall from 2006. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. I agree. No. No. Yeah, I mean they've got good movies like Amityville Horror. I mean that was a big one that when it came out I was like, "Oh, damn, they're putting out some good movies right now." So, yeah, that it hasn't been something they haven't done before, but I think it'll be few and far between that we get those kind of movies. They're still going to go back to their bread and butter, schlocky horror goodness, underseen hidden gems or not so hidden gems. Um, Returning or retiring? I thought he retired. Now he's returning again? Cool. I mean, he only does like one movie every 5 years anyway. I mean, he's a great actor, so I mean, I'll watch anything. You guys see, I got my Metallica mug tonight. No horror. I got this from upstairs. This is Injustice for All, which is my favorite Metallica album. I do like Metallica quite a bit, but I haven't really like listened to them a lot in probably the past like 7 or 8 years. Airplane and All the Naked Guns in 4K, Robin Hood Men in Tights in 4. Absolutely, Robin Hood Men in Tights. You think it's better? Well, I hope it's at least a little better. Ken, how much do the rights to these movies play in the price being charged? Just curious. I'd say it there's a lot of different factors. It's not just the rights, but it's like what are they paying for? Are they paying just for the rights? Are they paying for the restoration work already being done? Like, because sometimes they'll just get it and the restoration work's already done and they just got to apply it to a disc and put it out. Like, Lorber doesn't do all their restorations. Like, they get a lot of the stuff already done from Paramount and then they just put it on disc and put it out. But when they actually have to do their own restorations, it costs more. But to be honest with Kino, like, it doesn't seem to affect their pricing because all their 4Ks are usually the same when they come out, no matter what they are. So I don't think it affects Kino's pricing at all. Other labels it might affect. I don't know if Warner Brothers did the Titans movies and Arrow Video just took them and put them out. But those were cheap. Those were like, what, $35-$40 for 2 movies. So I think it just depends. I think some of those companies, they put a lot of work into it, and sometimes when you put a lot of work into something, you got to get your return on investment. 100%. I am 100%. This video quality is rough. Yeah, we've already been into it. I'm sorry. I blame it on my kids. I've read that comment a few times, Culture Vulture. It would be epic. I don't know. I haven't heard about that one. I'm sure it will though. Oh, I haven't even really looked into that yet. It kind of seemed like Vinegar Syndrome's rewards program a little bit. So I don't know. I'll probably sign up for it. It's not easy being a slut for Steelbooks. Yeah, I don't envy y'all. What's up, AVA? I'm just a casual Steelbook pursuer. I like to have the movie quite a bit, and I like to have the artwork design. Yeah, I get it. I like a good Steelbook. All right, yep, already paid for it, Manuel. Already got it. Because I know that book was in high demand. Yeah, Disney's the worst. Oh, that's a cool one. The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. Says Kathy Smith. What's up, Anthony? What's up, John Doe Juggalo? I just watched Freddy versus Jason again yesterday. Still holds up, minus King Kurtzingers as Jason. So I saw Freddy versus Jason in the theater in 2003. I was a senior in high school, and I had never been more excited for something in my entire life up until that point. And one of the reasons for that is Jason Goes to Hell. At the end of Jason Goes to Hell, you have the glove come up and pull Jason's mask down. They teased it in 1993. And I remember me and my friends would be talking about, when are we going to get Freddy versus Jason? When are we going to get that epic movie? And that was when I was like in fourth or fifth grade. So that went on all the way till I was a senior in high school. So the buildup, like in my mind, for that movie was extraordinary. And seeing that in the theaters, like it was a packed theater. Like I remember that being like Avengers Endgame. Like that theater was packed. People were yelling and screaming and having a great time. And it was an awesome experience. It was. That was the theater experience. I liked it when I watched it at home, subsequent viewings, but as I get older and I watch that movie, I see more of the flaws and I just don't enjoy it as much. Freddy doesn't feel like Freddy to me fully in that one. Um, some of the characters are just bad, which they are in a lot of these movies, right? But I think that some of them are just painfully annoying. Um, and I don't know, it's just kind of an odd, quirky movie, Freddy versus Jason. And I don't know if it works entirely, but I still like it. I still enjoy it. I still have a good time. Um, it's just if I was ranking the Friday the 13th franchise, that would come in dead last. That would be number 12. Especially after just watching the remake, because I think that was number 12 for me before, and I would move that up a couple spots. But Freddy versus Jason would be number 12 just because I like all the other movies so much, and that one's just the weakest for me. Yeah, they do. More disaster films. Yeah, I've never seen that movie, so I'm excited to watch it. I pre-ordered it from Orbitz. So I should be getting that and Death Becomes Her. And I pre-ordered everything that comes out on October the 22nd that I want, which was like 7 or 8 Blu-rays and 4Ks. I got Signs and The Sixth Sense and The Wolfman, Death Becomes Her, Cuckoo, In a Violent Nature, Oddity. I think I got one other thing. I got a lot of stuff, but I went ahead and put in a big pre-order for Orbit because I know they're going through some tough times right now. So wanted to support them. So I put my biggest order of the month in with them. And I ordered from them I think a couple of months ago, and they usually ship out the stuff a little bit early. I'm hoping they do now, but who knows? Air America is coming to 4K overseas. I think Studio Canal's releasing it. They can be, yeah. They can be. That might be on my list. I got 11 titles over here I want to talk about, dream releases. Die Hard 4K box set. I mean that's Disney. It's not out of the realm of possibility because that's a very popular movie, and they might do it. Um, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Oh, you're doing vampire movies? Well, I mean, those are still horror movies. But Life Force is good. That's really good for a couple of reasons that I won't say. Um, Renfield's okay. I didn't love Renfield. What's up, Carrie? Nice. 4K looks amazing. Guys, am I looking any better? I feel like I am on the phone. Just don't watch me on a big screen TV. From what I heard when it came out, that was not an easy movie to do on 4K or it was almost impossible to do a 4K of. So that's why they didn't do it. So I don't think they're going to go back and do a 4K of it years later. But what I will say is that the theatrical cut on that, I think, is it's either a 2K scan or it's a 4K scan. I can't remember. It would have to be a 2K scan, right? But it looked amazing. The Blu-ray looked amazing. Let's see. Oh, it's damaged? Damn. Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, when they released that, like, they couldn't do a 4K. They couldn't get it done properly. So I don't think it'll be coming. Otherwise, people would be calling them out for that for sure. Yeah, it does. It does. I just, when people want to charge you like that, it's like you just got to choose who to support and who not to support. Figure out what's worth it and what's not worth it for you at the end of the day. There's good stuff out there for good prices, especially when places are having sales and stuff. You just got to pick and choose. You don't have to buy $60 steelbooks from these companies that just want to gouge you. 4K transfer and steelbook. Nice, Gus. $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Let me give you a little pinhead.
We'll tear your soul apart.
My thoughts on the Nightmare on Elm Street 4K will be tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so tune in for that. I had a lot to say. I love A Nightmare on Elm Street. I've been watching it since I was a kid. Pretty much expect the same type of review that I did for Twister. Because I own the movie on all the formats. I watched all the formats. I rechecked them out again to see the differences. And I got a lot to say about that 4K. So yeah, I'm excited to share that. Let's see. Where am I at? They'll do the newer ones, but not, or they'll do the new line ones probably, but not the not the Paramount ones. I doubt Paramount would let them do a 4K box set. They might, maybe in the UK, but not here. Yeah, it's weird. Hopefully I'm better now. Five versions of Blade Runner. What did they put on that 4K that Warner released? Is it just the final cut? To be honest, like, I don't like the theatrical cut of Blade Runner. I didn't like the movie when I watched it. I don't like the narration. I much preferred the final cut to them. So I don't know if I'd want to watch the other cuts anymore. One of my Dream Vinegar Syndrome releases is Over the Top. I think that's possible. What is that, Warner Brothers? I think they could do that. That'd be a big one. That would be huge. That would be as big as Roadhouse, probably. Over the Top is fun. Film footage and future videos that will look more professional. It should help your channel. I mean, I use stills already, but I'm very reluctant to use film footage. I just don't want to worry about the the flagging and the copywriting and the demonetization and all that kind of stuff. And also, like, I've done film footage in the past, but I'm just really dumb when it comes to, like, mining that footage. Like, I don't even know how to do that kind of stuff. The way I've gotten it before is I had some kind of like app on the phone that would record stuff on the phone. So I would just record like YouTube footage off of YouTube and then put that in the videos. But I don't know how to get like the higher definition quality stuff. But maybe in the future, one of these days, I'm going to figure out how to be a YouTuber. I'm going to figure that out. Maybe when I get to 40 or 50,000 subscribers, I'll figure out how to actually be a YouTuber. But until then, just expect mediocre quality from me. And I hope you enjoy it. My dream release is still Titan AE. I had not seen that movie since it came out. When did that come out? Like 2000? Uh, it did, and I was one of those people. I never said I hated it, but I just thought it was okay. And I still think it does not feel like a Friday the 13th movie, so I can never put that, like, in my top 5 or I don't know if it would beat any of the Paramount movies, to be honest, or Jason Goes to Hell. But I like it a lot. I think it's a good movie. I do think it's a good movie. Uh, they're okay. I think the first one's okay, as a great kill, and the second one was way too long, and just did weird shit at the end that I didn't think fit the rest of the movie. But it was fine too. I thought it was okay. They're fine. I'm actually excited for the third one though because it's Christmas, and I just think that's a cool aesthetic for horror. I like Christmas horror movies, so that one has the chance to be my favorite of the 3. See, Diabolic still has it. Who said it sold out? Die. You want Hard to Die? Yes, Kino announced that last movie, Stand Him. They announced that like a year ago, I think. Robert Redford. Oh, Christian said it. Well, I would never doubt Christian. Yeah, I mean, all I can go by is Amazon, and it says it's in stock. Somebody just said Diabolic had it. Let me confirm that. No, I would never doubt Christian. Christian's a gentleman and a scholar. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna pull this up for y'all. Maybe they did more. Oh, no, they don't have it. It says out of stock. It's on there, but it says out of stock. But yeah, it's on here, but it says out of stock. So, but it's on Amazon for $50. Like maybe when you try to put it in your cart, it doesn't work. I don't know. $50 though. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Cobra. I feel like Scream Factory is just gonna upgrade that, but Arrow would be cool. Ready or Not by Second Sight, that'd be cool too. I'd buy that. All right, guys. Oh, really? Tank Girl. I got that Umbrella version. That movie would look a lot better in 4K, though. It really would. It would look amazing in 4K. That's a good movie. I like Tank Girl. The Fly. Yeah, absolutely. The Fly. Like, Jesus. My wife and I watched The Fly, I think Saturday night. That's a great movie. My goodness. We're going to be reviewing it on our channel pretty soon. So if you haven't subscribed to Married with Media, I got the link down below. That's a plug for my wife and I's channel. But yeah, it's a great movie. The effects in that are so amazing. So amazing. I love it. What's the chunkiest box set you buy? Like how many inches of shelf space is the most you dedicate to a single movie? It just depends. Like I don't have like a size that I'm like, I'm not getting it if it's this big. If it's bigger than 8 inches wide, I'm not getting it. It just depends on what it is. I don't really care about that kind of stuff because I've still got room and I've got an entire basement. I'm good for now. I'm sure at some point I'll care, but I just got to buy more shelves. That's the only annoying part. I got to get on here and spend more money on shelves. Sleepwalkers on 4K. Guys, we got some good comments, good picks from people. Last American Virgin was fantastic. I love that movie. I would take a 4K of that. Peter Jackson box set. Oh, that stinks, man. Yeah, Amazon always be doing you dirty. I got the Ring from them. I've gone away from Amazon a little bit though, I will be honest. I pre-order stuff from Diabolic. I pre-order a lot of stuff from the labels themselves. But I did pre-order The Ring from Amazon because it was the only release that I wanted for this week, and I didn't want to order from somebody else just for one movie. And I still get free shipping on Amazon, so it makes sense sometimes to use Amazon if I'm just getting one thing, because I don't want to pay $6 shipping from Diabolic or Orbit for just one movie. So I got it for The Ring, but I can almost guarantee it's not going to come on Tuesday. It'll probably come on freaking Thursday or Friday or something. So yeah. Oh, Dan Jones, $10. Thank you so much, Dan. Favorite family Halloween 4K. Favorite family Halloween 4K. I don't know how to answer that, Dan. What's family Halloween movies in 4K? The only one I can think of is Hocus Pocus, and I actually don't have the 4K. We just watched that as a family like last Sunday, but we watched it on Blu-ray. So I don't have the 4K of Hocus Pocus because I got that nice Target like Digipack edition. And I was like, I don't want to buy this again. Like I like this edition, so I'm just gonna keep this and watch it on Blu-ray. So I'm just gonna tell you what my favorite Halloween 4K is. I'm gonna take that as a different question, and that would be a fun video to do. Like rank the Halloween 4Ks, because there would be what 11 to do or something. But I think my favorite of the Halloween 4Ks might be it might be 4. I just remember being kind of blown away by 4 because I didn't even have a Blu-ray of 4 at the time. Like I upgraded from DVD because I had the DVD still of 4 and 5. And I think I had the Blu-rays for 1, 2, and 3, but I didn't have 4 and 5 on Blu. So I watched that for the first time on 4K and also high definition in general. Like I only watched it on DVD. So, and that was the first Halloween movie that I ever watched. I got it on VHS and I watched it all the time. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite Halloween movies. And getting to watch that in 4K, it was just like a new experience. And the way it opens, just scenery, the farm setting, going straight into the hospital. It was amazing. I love the Halloween 4 4K. So that might be my favorite of the bunch. But that's a good question. But if I make a ranking video, I'll have it be something different, just to change things up. Steven Seagal 4K collection. That could be cool. I liked it. If you like movies like Censor, and I forget the other movie I compared it to, but Censor was I think Vinegar Syndrome put that out. Just kind of dealing with like the inner workings of the film industry and stuff, just kind of the behind the scenes stuff, like special effects stuff and things like that. I think you'll like it. For me, it wasn't satisfying enough. Like the payoff wasn't, and it was just kind of dull throughout. So it was okay. Nightmare 3, 100%. I mean, Nightmare 2 could look better too. If the first one could look, because Nightmare 2 kind of has a similar aesthetic to the first one visually, I think. So I think it could look better on 4K. The third one for sure would be. It has that one, and Dream Master had the potential to be the best looking Nightmare 4Ks. That's why I'm so like pissed that they won't just do all of them on 4K, because some of those sequels would look freaking awesome if they did them right. Legends of the Fall. I haven't seen Legends of the Fall. I haven't. So, but I will get that 4K. Dumb and Dumber 4K is a good one. I got that DVD. I need to watch it. Oh, I love Halloween 5 too. And that's nostalgia as well. Like I rewatched like 1 through H2O like so many times. Well, skipping 3. Like I never I never rewatched 3 as a kid. I watched it once and I said, "This is shit. Like this does not have Michael in it. This is not Halloween." I never watched it again until I was till like 2018, 2017, 2018 when I bought it on Blu-ray. And now I love it. I think it's great. But I hated that one. So I would always watch 1, 2, 4, 5, Curse, H2O, like marathon those all the time. And that was before Resurrection came out. So yeah, I love 5. I think 5's fucking awesome. I love the barn scene in it. The Red Devil girl. Always liked her when I was a kid. Um, and yeah, I think it's a good movie. Danielle Harris is a great child actor. I think she does a great job in that film. Got some good kills. "4K Steelbook." See, I would want a Child's Play 2 4K Steelbook just with the original poster on it, just like they did Child's Play and Child's Play 3. I want Steelbooks of both of those. Now that you say it, I don't want the alternate artwork. I want the original posters just like they did the first one. Napoleon Dynamite 4K. Oh, the Blob's. Oh, the Blob's so good. The Blob's so good. Yeah, some of it doesn't. Some of it looks a little wonky, but it was the '80s. I think for the most part the effects look fantastic, but there are some scenes where the Blob's moving, where it's kind of a little, a little shaky. All right, let me. I'm way behind on this chat, guys. I'm sorry. Guess I shouldn't have answered all of Kevin's questions in 2 minutes. I was excited for the first 10 minutes and the rest of the movie happens. But is that the only time you've seen it, Plainview? Have you watched it again? Have you given it another chance? That poster is freaking awesome. It's like one of the best of the franchise. I love those. I love both of those. Friday 5 is awesome. Takes Manhattan's great too. Uh, awesome, Max. Thank you for being here. Vinegar Syndrome has fallen off the last 4 months. No VSUs. They need to throw in something to the level of Roadhouse, Showgirls, Beastmaster in the mix a little bit more often. Well, they're on the same VSU schedule that they've been on. They usually do 3 a year. Like since they started in what was it 2021 or 2022? I think it was 2022, wasn't it? Maybe it was 2021. But I know the past couple of years they do like one in January at the beginning of the year. They do one in May for their halfway to Black Friday sale, and then they do one for their Black Friday sale. So it's usually 3 a year. They do the VSUs. And they're on 9 right now. I still haven't watched Navy SEALs. I haven't, but Southern Comfort was great. Um, but yeah, they need another big one. They need a big one for something like Daryl wasn't it. Like that wasn't it. They need something big for the fall. Or for the Black Friday sale. I agree. Like, don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. Like that would blow the freaking doors off, or Over the Top. Like both of them would be great. I just don't know if they could get over the top. Maybe they could. Ride the Lightning's great too. Black Album's got all the hits on it. I like Black Album, but I like their earlier stuff. It might because it's 3D. Oh, really? Yeah, my son's probably still up, but I think my daughter stopped playing. What's up, Jordo? Let's see. What's up, Jake? No. I don't go to the theaters anymore, Jake. I just don't. You not see the video on my wife and I's channel? No, I'm not gonna go see that in the theaters. I would go see. I want to see The Substance. Like The Substance is like the only movie I feel like is like must see right now. But I don't even think that's playing anymore anywhere. So probably not. Young Frankenstein needs to happen. But let me get into the main topic of the show real quick, guys, because we're like an hour and 8 minutes in. I just wanted to talk about, you know, the announcements we've gotten recently. Feels like this is kind of my year, you know, like it feels like all these announcements recently have just been like catered to me specifically. Like Twister came out this year. I know a lot of people love Twister, but then Nightmare on Elm Street got announced. We've been waiting for that forever. But like recently, Demolition Man 4K box set. I didn't think that would ever happen from Arrow Video. That's 100% a dream release. Creep, which is one of my favorite found footage movies, got a box set release, which is just amazing. You're Next, the fact that got a second sight announcement is amazing. Like I was wanting that release for the longest time. And then, they announced Signs on 4K. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Signs coming to 4K? Then Kino Lorber just announcing like 4 titles that I've been wanting to come to 4K, like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Dante's Peak. Are you freaking serious? I've been talking about Dante's Peak, one that to come to 4K forever. And then also Daylights. Like, come on. Like, these announcements have been crazy. Then The Faculty finally gets its official announcement. So, like, I've been on Cloud 9 recently. And I'm like, let me think of some other movies that I want to come out from certain labels and call those out. And we'll get into the Jason Goes to Hell and the Jason X stuff here in a second, guys, because that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. When I heard Jason Goes to Hell could be coming to 4K from Arrow Video, I'm like mind blown. I'm like, they're just like in my head right now with these announcements. Like, it's insane. But anyway, I wanted to kind of call out, I've got 11 titles and I want to wish these into existence. I want them to happen within the next year. And I think some of them are possible. Some of them are a dream that probably won't come true. But I'm going to call them out anyway. From Dusk Till Dawn, you all know you want this one too. Like, this is one a lot of people want, but like they have got to announce an Arrow Video 4K box set. Like, they just worked with Robert Rodriguez on the Mexico trilogy. There has to be some talks of this. Like, why did this go off the slate? Paramount was supposed to put this out 3 years ago. Why did this go off the slate? Was it because of Arrow Video? Did they get it? Did they do a deal? I don't know, but it's got to come out. Like, not from Kino, not from Paramount at this point. Arrow Video, 4K box set from Dusk Till Dawn. That has to happen. Has to happen. We got Dante's Peak. Like, we got to get Volcano. Like, you got to get Volcano. And this Blu-ray, guys, I think this Blu-ray is long out of print. This is an Anchor Bay Blu-ray. And I actually think somebody sent this one to me. I thought it was a bootleg for the longest time. And then I looked at the side and I was like, does that say Anchor Bay? But Volcano's great. It would look fantastic in 4K. Kino Lorber can do this one too. I'm trying to see the studio. See, on the back it says Anchor Bay and Stars. So I'm not sure exactly what studio put out Volcano back in the day. And then a Second Sight release of Nightcrawler. I've been talking about this one coming to 4K from Second Sight forever. Like, this feels like it could get like the same level of edition and treatment that Drive got, because those movies just feel like they go hand in hand, Drive and Nightcrawler. But a Nightcrawler 4K edition from Second Sight, you have to think this is on their radar. Like, they have to be like working on this. It just feels like a no-brainer for them to do, especially with the kind of movies they've been doing recently, really diving into the 2010s horror and the 2010s thrillers, action thrillers and stuff. More like independent film scene from the 2010s. They've been diving into a lot of that type of stuff. So I think Nightcrawler could be right up their alley. I'd also love to see Place Beyond the Pines and also Prisoners, as somebody else called out. But like Nightcrawler, this 100%. needs to happen. Another Jake Gyllenhaal, I would love to see get a 4K release from Second Sight. I don't know if it would happen or not, but Enemy is one of my favorite A24 films. I love that movie, and I would love a Second Sight 4K edition of that. I'll throw more Adam Sandler, Waterboy. Kino, just do Waterboy, Wedding Singer, Big Daddy. That's all I need. Maybe Mr. Deeds. I might take Mr. Deeds. There Will Be Blood. Criterion announced. That's another one, guys. No Country for Old Men. I've been talking about wanting to come to 4K forever. Criterion just announced that. There Will Be Blood. Criterion announced this one too. Put this one out January, February. Like it's perfect. Hand in hand with. Now there was rumors that Paramount was going to do this, I think maybe a year or two ago, but that hasn't come to fruition yet. So maybe they're working with Criterion to put this out on 4K. I think it would be smart to put it out through Criterion. I think it would sell more through Criterion, to be honest. But There Will Be Blood, masterful film. I love this movie. This movie honestly feels kind of like a horror movie to me when I watch it. I think the score is very horror, and it just goes to some extremely dark places. But I love There Will Be Blood. Great movie. We got to get Caddyshack on 4K. I think that this movie came out in 1980. It's its 45th anniversary next year. I think it's a perfect year for Warner Bros. To put this one out on 4K. So hopefully we get Caddyshack on 4K. These next three, I might just call these out together. Just in my mind, these movies just kind of go together. They don't really, but they kind of do. But The Rock, we need it on 4K, and this is all Disney. The Rock is Touchstone. Con Air, which is Touchstone as well. We need this on 4K. And then Armageddon. We need this on 4K as well. And this is also Touchstone. One of these is Hollywood Pictures. Oh, The Rock is Hollywood Pictures. But yeah, we need all three of these movies on 4K. But Disney has to do it. I'm hoping that Sony can push them to maybe license these to Kino Lorber, Criterion maybe for these two. they were Criterions before. But Arrow Video, I don't care who does them. Does somebody get these out on? They're too big of movies. Like these are some of the biggest action blockbusters of the 90s. Like these need 4K editions 100%. I think the reason they all just kind of run together for me, I think, it's 3 consecutive years, right? Like Con Air was 97, The Rock was 96, Armageddon's 98. But also you have the Michael Bay connection between Armageddon and The Rock, both directed by Michael Bay. And then you have the Nicolas Cage connection with The Rock and Con Air. So I don't know. These movies just feel like they go together, and they're all Disney, and they're just long-awaited 4Ks, in my opinion. Gone in 60 Seconds, I would also take in 4K. There's a lot of movies, guys. But these have got to happen. These have got to happen. I couldn't find my Blu-ray. I know I had this movie on Blu-ray, but I got it on DVD, The Descent, which is one of the greatest horror films of the 2000s. Second Sight. Plain and simple. They got to do the 4K edition of that. You have to think they have their eye on this one as well. I love this movie. I would love a 4K edition of it. And then lastly, this is the one that nobody wants but me. I want to give this to Arrow Video. I think it fits within Arrow Video, and I think they need to do a chunky box set of it. It's 90s superhero cheese in the best way possible. The Phantom with Billy Zane. I would kill for a 4K of this from Arrow Video. It would be amazing. I need to go ahead and get the Blu-ray of this. How much is the Blu-ray right now? I think the last I looked it was like $10, but I never got it. But I love this movie so much nostalgia here. I watched it fairly recently, like last 5 or 6 years. It holds up for me because I just love it. I think it's such a cool story with the 3 skull rings or the 3 skulls in the ring, the skull ring. Great stuff. I love it. Trent, you got Treat Williams as the villain, and he's spectacular as the villain. Freaking, who else is in this? I forget her name. Christy Swanson, Buffy, fantastic in the movie. I love this. It's a nice period piece movie as well. It's kind of like Indiana Jones meets Batman. Can I say that? I don't know. The Phantom's great. I love the Phantom. Suck it if you don't like it. All right. No, I haven't bought anything for Prime Day. I saw Civil War was $18 on 4K. I almost thought about getting that. All right, let me get through this chat a little bit. Huck's here. What's up, Huck? Call myself Kinhead. I might dress up. Pinhead seems like a lot of work to dress up as, though. Yeah, it kind of stinks. That was the first time I watched it, too, and I was like, oh, I don't like this movie. I liked it a lot better when I watched the final cut. I still prefer Blade Runner 2049, though. Nope, don't use an app. I just use my brain, and sometimes that fails me at this point. Didn't used to, but it does now because I got too much. Left baffled. Greetings from Norway. Just pre-ordered a Nightmare on Elm Street 40th limited edition. Nice. You got that big set. Arrow said they aren't making anymore. Well, I mean, if you guys are saying it, I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. That's all I can take. I mean, that makes it even more important to order that Jason Goes to Hell 4K as soon as they announce it. Yes, it would. God, that's another one. Damn, it's another one. Yeah, Arrow Video needs to get on that. They did the Last House on the Left 4K remake. Like, I thought, like, for sure the Hills Have Eyes 4K remake would follow because they've already done the first two, like, box set releases of those. So, yeah. Talk about a gnarly ass freaking movie. I love the Hills Have Eyes remake. I saw that in the theaters. That, in my opinion, is like a massive example of a remake that is far superior to the original. I'm not a huge fan of the Hills Have Eyes, Wes Craven's movie. The remake, though, is freaking incredible. So brutal. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Amazon still has it. But for how long? I mean, it's $50 right now. I mean, maybe they've only got like 4 copies left and they can't sell it because it's $50. I'd buy that. I'd buy that for $1. Oh yeah, for sure. All right, guys, I got to skip through some stuff. Top 3 2000s remakes. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Hills Have Eyes, and Last House on the Left. I can't think of any other than horror remakes. Were there other remakes? I can't remember. I do not like Rob Zombie's Halloween. I do not like a Nightmare on Elm Street remake. And I don't even consider Friday the 13th to be like a real remake. But if you did consider it to be a real remake, I guess maybe I would sub that. I would sub that in for Last House on the Left because I do think it's a good movie. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Yeah, that's a good one. That's my favorite family 4K. That is. I do like that movie a lot. I thought that was going to be a December announcement, but I guess not. I would anticipate that probably will be a January announcement, along with maybe the Friday the 13th movies. Oh God! Oh, you're speaking to my heart with that one. Oh, the Beverly Hillbillies on 4K. Oh my goodness! I've got a bootleg of it though. I do have a bootleg. Somebody sent me a shit ton of bootlegs like 2 years ago. And if you're still out there watching, thank you so much. I did a video recently, I think showing them off. It was like the last 4 or 5 months I did it. So if you want to check out that video, you can see all the bootlegs I got. It was like 5 months ago I did it. But I've got that. I've got What About Bob? I've got Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Bootleg Blu-rays of those. But What About Bob? Like that's another one like that needs some kind of release. Let's see. Yeah, it was a good 4K too. Yeah, the Doctor Death opening was cool. I'd never seen that before, so that was definitely a different experience. Oh, did you get it, LA? It's cool, man. How could you pass that up? I saw a Friday the 13th remake one too, and a Nightmare on Elm Street remake one, which I was like, who you all trying to fool with this? Like his face was all shadowed out. I'm like, I could tell that's that shitty freaking Freddy from the remake. Y'all ain't fooling me. And then there was a remake Jason shirt. Looked pretty cool, but I had to get this. Resurrection is the shit one. I have fun with it. I'm nostalgic for that too because I saw it in the theaters when I was 16. I just got my driver's license, and I drove myself to the theaters to see it. It was one of the first movies I did that for, and I had a good time. I had a good time. It was my first Halloween movie getting to see in the theaters. I don't think I saw. Maybe I did see H2O in the theaters. I can't remember. If I did, maybe my sister took me to see it because my sister's 6 years older than me, so she got me into a lot of R-rated movies back in the day. I saw the Scream movies with her in the theater, so maybe she took me to see that one. I can't remember. Oh, I appreciate that, man. You should do a guessing competition on how many movies you own. I think I'm somewhere between 4,000 and 4,500. Just going off of the amount of shelves that I have, and just if they can all hold like 600 or 650. We'll say 600. I've got 6 of them. So 600 times 6 is 3,600. And then I've got an entire wall of DVDs in there, probably at least 500 DVDs in there. It'd be like 4,100. And then I got a bunch of like overseas releases over here on the shelf that are, there's probably like 50 over there or something. So I'm between 4,000 and 4,500 probably. But I appreciate that. Detroit Rock City, that'd be cool. Man, Vinegar Syndrome has the keep. Yeah, the keep's coming. Why y'all keep teasing Congo, man? Y'all get me excited. And every time I feel like it's not Congo, and then I just but damn, that would be awesome. I would love Congo. Send it in, send it in. Well, no, there's definitely a lot of movies I've talked about for years and we don't have. What's up, Cal? How you doing, buddy? Long Kiss Goodnight 4K. Oh shit. Yeah, they got to be doing the Kill Bills next year. They got to be. That has to happen. I'd say so. 45th anniversary. Yeah, I'd say so. Bubble Boy, $500. $500. Funny Farm. That'd be cool. I doubt we get a 4K of it, but maybe a Blu-ray from Kino. I don't know who owns that. Tombstone's a big one. I know Tombstone's a big one. I think Hollywood Pictures has Tombstone, which is Disney. So that now there was rumors that was going to come out like I think 3 years ago, and it never came out. Caddyshack doesn't even deserve to be put on the Viewmaster reel. What? You don't like Caddyshack? PG-13 horror franchise. There's a PG-13 horror franchise? What? Which one? I don't even know what franchise has them all in PG-13. Amadeus has been supposedly coming out for about 3 or 4 years, so hopefully we get the announcement soon. Yeah, we need both cuts. Ah, shit. Y'all speaking to my... Yeah, Blank Man on 4K? Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I want freaking Major Pain on 4K too. Airbud. I don't need Airbud. I'd take Homeward Bound. I'd take that on 4K. Yeah, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That has to be coming. Yeah, Surf Ninjas for sure, Cal. I talked about that earlier. Yeah. Yo, Billy, use the bomb in the Phantom. Yo. LA Jewel says Friday the 13th isn't out of prints. The limited is, but they will do a standard. CS reps don't have that kind of info. I don't know. I'm just here to talk about movies and physical media. Maybe it goes out of print, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Nice, nice, nice. They do. They do. Yeah, I want to talk about that. I'm going to get to that here in a second. The Crazies remake was underrated. That was good. I saw that in the theaters. That was good. The clips. I don't think it is, at least not domestically. Yeah, what about Bob's not on Blu-ray? That's been a long wanted Blu-ray. Now it might be overseas. Like I said, I got a bootleg of it. But no, it never came out on Blue. Not in the States. I love Curse, man. I love Curse. Y'all already know. I got my Curse of Michael Myers poster back there. I've had that for years. Fear.com's got a Vinegar Syndrome release. Or a partner label. I think Saturn Core's putting it out. Yeah, Walmart's going crazy. There's like 5 new shirts every time I go in there. I'm like, who needs gutter garbs and cavity colors? Why do I gotta pay $40 for Horde t-shirts when I can just get them for $9 at Walmart? I seen Terrifier 3 today coming on physical media. Yeah, I'll wait for that. Man, that's a dream release right there. White Men Can't Jump would be cool. Wide Earp. I haven't seen Wide Earp. I do need to watch it, but I will say with Tombstone is I liked it, but it was not my favorite Western. I think it's good. It's not great. And that honestly like hurt me to say that about that movie because it has some of my favorite people in it. Bill Paxton, Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, freaking Sam Elliott. Like that's an amazing cast. But I don't know. It was okay. It just didn't hit me like movies like Unforgiven did. Because I did like a big like Western month a few years ago. And I watched a bunch of movies I'd never seen before. And watching Unforgiven and Tombstone like back to back, I was like, Unforgiven is like legit, like one of the best. And Tombstone's just fun, but I wouldn't say it's a great movie. But a lot of people are probably really nostalgic for it. And I get that. Oh, really? Is there like a box set edition? I need to see that too. I'll tell you what movie I watched last night. This is not a Western and this is not a horror film. It's completely off topic from anything else we're talking about. But my son is going through an MCU watch. He's going through all the Marvel movies. He made us get Disney Plus because he wanted to go back and watch all the Marvel movies because he didn't see like the first 10 or 12 because he was a little kid when they came out. He's seen most of the recent ones, but he's going back through all the Marvel movies. And I told him, I said, when you get the Winter Soldier, I want to watch it with you because it's been a while. So we watched Captain America Winter Soldier last night. And damn, that's such a good movie. That is such a good movie. Like, that just makes me, like, when I watch that movie and I think about where Marvel is now, I'm like, how did you all drop the ball so freaking hard? Like, this movie's incredible. That entire run, like, from Winter Soldier to, like, Endgame, are all, like, amazing movies. Like maybe one of those isn't amazing. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about Winter Soldier for a little bit. That is such a cool like movie though. Such an awesome Marvel movie because it doesn't feel like a superhero Marvel movie. Like it honestly feels like a freaking Mission Impossible movie in the Marvel universe, but it has such great action in it and such great like set piece moments, and I think it has a great story. And that's it. That honestly is probably my favorite Marvel movie for sure. I think it's fantastic. But yeah, and then I told him to come get me when he watches Civil War because I love that movie too. My top 4K UHD wish list for Vinegar Syndrome Mega Force. I don't know. That's weird that they haven't. You know, that's really like the only thing they have. How many likes we got? I haven't been monitoring that. So I do have a digital code to give away for Stardust still. If we get to 160, because we're at 130. If we get to 160 likes, I'll give away that digital code. Yeah, any of the Pauly Shore stuff, all the Pauly Shore stuff, I think needs a Blu-ray. Encino Man, how did I forget about that? Like Encino Man needs some kind of like big box set from Arrow Video. Come on. Son-in-Law, Jury Duty, and they are in the Army now. None of those have freaking Blu-rays. And we need an Ernest box set. That's another dream release. Ernest, come on. Ernest. Oh yeah, Joyride 4K. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, I think I caught up. Airheads for sure. Yeah, Winter Soldier's so freaking good. Such a good movie. Let me. All right, we're gonna jump on. I'm gonna jump on Instagram because Dawn of the Disc shared this stuff yesterday. So I've seen people get their trick or treat 4Ks, but mine's on the way from Arrow Video. I should get it either tomorrow or Friday. But apparently inside those 4Ks, this is how they found this out, or they're anticipating this. Again, it's not official. Arrow Video hasn't announced these, but inside the trick or treat cases were cards, and I'll show y'all real quick. I don't know if Jason Goes to Hell had it. I think Jason X did. So he shows a picture right here of the art cards inside the case, and we have a picture of Jason X on the card, which would indicate, like, why would you put Jason X inside Trick or Treat if you weren't trying to tease what was coming? So there's a Jason X card in there. So that would indicate that we're getting some kind of a release for Jason X at some point. The only other time I can think of that this happens where they put a card in there and that's how you knew something was coming was Desperado. And I think it was like 2 years in between when we saw that card. What's up, Mama Blu-ray? Thank you for joining. I think I missed you earlier. But it was 2 years between when that card started popping up and when we got the actual 4K release, which was just a few months ago. So I don't know if this means that it's going to be 2 years before we see Jason X, but it might not be as soon as people think. It might honestly be like a next October kind of thing. Like we might not get these until next October. It could be that far out, but apparently not only was it Jason X, but maybe on the other side of the card, like I said, he doesn't have an image of this, was also Jason Goes to Hell. And somebody else is talking about Freddy versus Jason potentially as well. And all of that would make sense because the remake is New Line Cinema and Jason Goes to Hell was the first in the New Line Cinema run because Paramount did the first 8 and then New Line Cinema did the last 4. And none of them were allowed to be called Friday the 13th because Paramount owned Friday the 13th. But New Line Cinema could do Jason films. They just couldn't call them Friday the 13th. So Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, Freddy versus Jason, and Friday the 13th, the remake, which I said none of them could be called Friday. I guess they changed that with Friday the 13th, the remake. Now that I say that. But those are all New Line. So I'm thinking that they have the rights to be able to put out Freddy versus Jason, Jason Goes to Hell, and Jason X because they're New Line. I don't think they're going to be putting out any of the Paramount titles. I could be wrong. They could be working on a big ass 12 film 4K box set, which would be awesome. But I don't think so. I think Paramount either wants to do those themselves or just maintain the ownership of those first 8 movies. But what I'm thinking, unfortunately, what I'm thinking is they're going to put these together in some kind of a box set, which I would hate because I want a standalone chunky box release of Jason Goes to Hell with tons of great features. I want that. Okay. Selfishly, I want that. I don't want it grouped in with Jason X and Freddy vs. Jason. Just give them all their own releases. Don't put them in a box set. You know, I feel like all the movies have their own fan base, and I feel like they would all sell well individually. There's not like a stinker in the bunch. Like some people would say that Jason Goes to Hell is a stinker. Some people would say Jason X is a stinker and Freddy versus Jason. But I don't feel like there's an overwhelming like stinker of those 3. There's fans of those 3. There's super fans of those 3. And then there's people that hate those 3. But I don't think that there's like an overwhelming like stinker between the 3 of them. So I think you could do those standalone. Like there's no reason to have to feel like you have to pair all those together to sell them. Like it's not a Rings situation, how Scream Factory put that in the box set with the Ring and Ring 2. It's not a Halloween Resurrection situation. There's none of these that like stick out like a sore thumb as being like the worst one. I think there's fans of all of them and there's people that hate all of them. That's just the way it is. They're definitely divisive for sure. Well, maybe Freddy versus Jason is like the overwhelming like fan favorite, but I also think that Jason Goes to Hell has fans for sure. And Friday the 13th just has a fan base that loves all the movies, and they would buy this. So I want a Jason Goes to Hell standalone, but yeah, when I saw this, I about fell out of my chair. I do want to go into the comments though, because I think that the comments are pretty funny for some of these announcements. Some people are saying it's awesome. I might be one of the few people who would actually want this. No, you're not. No, you're not. They got 13. They got 13 replies. What are people saying? Me too. I think you underestimate how much this movie is loved. Yeah, I actually do think a lot of people do love Jason Goes to Hell. A lot of people don't want to admit it. They don't want to put that out there. And I just think that the people that don't like this movie are more vocal with their hatred for it. So it seems like it's not as well liked. There's a lot of YouTube channels and horror channels that'll make videos about Jason Goes to Hell being the worst one and all that crap. And I think the people with a platform might say it sucks, but I do think that there's a lot of, I think this movie has a pretty large fan base. I do think it has a large fan base. But it definitely has people that don't enjoy it too. And Arrow UHD of Freddy vs. Jason would be amazing. Great, the worst one. Haha. It is not the worst one. My goodness. This movie sucks. Where's Freddy vs. Jason? Might as well do all the other movies in 4K. They should make a box set with this one, Jason X and Freddy vs. Jason. Okay, somebody wants the box set. Looks like Paramount is doing Friday 1 through 8, and Arrow is doing the rest from the Warner Brothers new line. How many more times will I have to buy this bad movie? I really wanted all the 4K upgrades to fit in the old Scream Factory box set. Guys, look, man, how can you hate on a movie that has a naked girl ripped in half on the unrated cut inside of a tent? Like that scene is freaking spectacular. The kills in Jason Goes to Hell are some of the best in the entire franchise. Some of the absolute best. Like, and you're just hating on the movie because you don't get to see Jason doing it. The kills are still happening. Still a great slasher film. I don't know. I don't get people sometimes. I really don't. I'm guessing we'll be seeing all the new line Jason movies from Arrow. Okay. So yeah. Let me back out of this. See what people are saying about Jason X. Jason X would actually look freaking beautiful in 4K. Somebody said this is the worst Jason movie too. Oh, somebody's calling out that Here Comes a Nightmare on Elm Street. If Arrow is working with WB, there's no way they haven't been talking about that. That's interesting, and I kind of agree with that. I've actually said this before, but I feel like Arrow is maybe potentially working on a Nightmare on Elm Street 4K box set. But I don't know if it'll be in the States or if it'll be a UK release. Kind of like they did Hellraiser and the Psycho set and the Chucky set. And maybe they're not going to give them the rights for the first movie on 4K because they did that in the States. Maybe they'll do like the Chucky box set and all of them will be on 4K except for the first one, which will be on Blu-ray, which I wouldn't care. I'd still get it. I mean, just to have all the other ones on 4K, like I get that in a heartbeat. I wouldn't care if the first one was on 4K or not because I already got it on 4K. So, but that would be cool. I would love it if that was the case. They were working on a nice Nightmare on Elm Street box set, 4K box set. I wouldn't even care if they put the remake in there. So yeah, people don't seem as vocal about Jason X though. But that's the announcements, guys. Let's get into the chat, see what you guys are saying. Oh, is Biodome on Blu-ray? Turner and Hooch. Yeah, Joysticks was pretty terrible. Like I had some fun with it, but it wasn't a great movie. They do. Turner and Hooch would be good. I want a 4K box set of all that. Yeah, that's definitely something people want. Phantom of the Mall is with Arrow Video. That was a great release. Coneheads. Yeah, Paramount needs to do a Steelbook of Coneheads. Did that Blu-ray not sell enough? Let's see. I got Gunfight at the OK Corral. I need to watch it. European guys here, and he'll get that Stardust digital code. Well, how else should I put it out there, guys? Jason X is a lot of fun. I like Jason X. I like the opening of it, like in the research facility, and like what year was it? Like 2400 or something. I always thought that was really cool how it opened. It does at times like feel like a Sci-Fi Channel original film, but in a fun way. I think it's good. He didn't confirm an Arrow release. He just confirmed. I mean, he kind of did because he commented on the post, right? But he just confirmed that he was working on that he finished the remastering process and that it was coming. Yeah, maybe.